All right, good morning, traders. Running a little behind this morning. How we look good? We sound good. Lights looking good. Hair floof check. All right, Ryan Seacrest is going to be proud. Hope everybody had a great weekend. And let's see what we can find today. See what kind of movements we got going on. See CLSD. Chart. I'm on the 15 minute. Let's see. Let's go to the 5 minute. There we go. No news on that guy. ATOS, no news on NIP, but going straight up so far. So ATOS on there. BSQR, what do you get? What are you doing today? BSQR getting a little movement. Had a gap up. Is that over here? BSQR. So I'm gonna pop over to Thinkorswim real quick. Get my sway scanner. OSET. CUEN popping up. Go to this dumb list. Oh, that's that one I was gonna look at. BLIN. MRI. God, MRIN. Still climbing, having a pullback at the moment. But good lord, what a climb. See, ATH, nothing there. ALF possibly could be a play. AUUD, that's selling off at the moment. Look at some of these plays from last week, that looks like crap. No, D-Nut. Why? Why are you selling off your Krispy Kreme? Everybody loves you. That looks like crap. Looks... Yeah, I don't like that either. ADR, nothing there. And GBR, let's see. GBR, right above his uptrend. Still holding it. No volume today, but we gotta keep an eye on that. So the volume can come into that at any time and explode. Nothing there. Nothing there. DGBI, nothing there. MEDS. SFIT. That's garbage. Vino's starting to pop back up a little bit. I am out of Vino. I sold that swing, but I may get back in Vino. Yeah, I got BSQR on the watch list. Nothing there. Just trying to shrink this watch list from last week from the ones that did not continue to run. LegalZoom still climbing. I've been talking about that one. That one just keeps going. CRVX. That's getting a little pop. JXN, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Keep IK index on watch, I guess. UPC. Alright, that's a little bit smaller. See, pre-market highs at 636 on BSQR. What did I say? At 634. I don't know what I just said. We have this little downtrend. Let me look at this on the 15 minute. Yeah, you got a downtrend started, so it's probably going to have to pull back some and curl back around. Good morning, Jimmy. Most sad about the possibly jump. Just hit a new high. It is way off of that. Break at 10, this might go crazy. Yeah, break at 10, this will go crazy. We may try to break 10 right now. Going 10 shares here. 9. Ooh, I got filled all the way up at 975. May add some more if it comes back down on the 20-day. It's only 5 million in float. If this thing breaks 10, trying to hold that 950. If we can hold that 950. Okay, there's that drop to the 20-day. Damn, that was a quick drop. Couldn't even see. I don't like this little indecision kind of what's on the 1 minute. Madden 10 here. See, now I'm down to 460. I'm sorry, 965. Or 67 as my average. 950 continuing to hold. Looks like it's going to try to test 10 here in the next minute or two. If that buying volume can come in. And we may be getting ready to test here. God, this is beautiful. This 1 minute pattern is beautiful. If it doesn't break out, I'd be surprised, but it very easily could get rejected at 10. It hasn't tested 10 yet. It got up to 983. But the build up here is just perfect. I don't know. I don't know if CUEN is a squeeze play or not. I know all the apes are all about AMC, so they're not trying to squeeze anything else. I went through one of the Wall Street Bets groups on Facebook. Boy, that was entertaining. Maybe another time to add. Yeah, I'm gonna add some more here. Now I'm at 1062 or 962. I'm sorry. At 950, still trying to hold a support. And 947, that's a better entry than I got right now. It's a little sketchy. I really wanted to see it push to 10 on that candle, and it didn't. So now it needs to hold this 20-day. If it can't hold the 20-day, it's going to come back down. But this is only 5 million in float, so be very, very careful. This thing can move very fast. So we got 950 holding up as resistance again. We don't want that to happen. Need to see us get back through 950 pretty quick. We're kind of at the top here. And it's starting to crack a little bit. This little indecision candle. We could pull back down here all the way to 9. Buyer's pushing it back up. Yeah. No, we'll see here. We'll see. Let's see if we get through 950. If we get through 9 back over 950 here, then we'll be good to go. And close. We're still fighting with that 950. Got to get back over 950. Hey Keith, I'm good. How are you, buddy? A lot of buying there at 941. Here we go. There we go. Still fighting with 950. Coca-Cola? I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do. Are you day trading, swing trading, are you trying to long-term invest in Coca-Cola? And then what do their sales look like? Are they still selling billions in Coke, or so we're getting a rejection there. And that 950 not able to get back above 950 here, so now we're in a little bit of trouble. Maybe. Yeah, on the 15-minute. See, this candle's got 10 minutes to close, but if this candle, if it drops below 875, it's probably going to be it. A lot of indecision. See, the daily candle is fighting to turn red and green right now. Just saw a little bit of selling at 9. We do not want 9 to start holding as resistance like 950 did. We need to get back above 9. That needs to hold as pretty good support, and that's what we're testing at the moment. But if that 9 can't hold as support, that is going to be it. Oh, oh. Yeah, no, definitely. You definitely want to day trade Coca-Cola. That float's going to be so high and the price is going to be so high, it's not worth it. Unless you're trading with $1 million. Let's see. We actually do have a trend line on this. I need to follow this trend line. Okay, I got a little new buyers starting to come in here at this 890 area. I'm half tempted to add, but I don't want to add and it drop more. I want to wait and make sure it's going to hold up some. Oh boy. We got a little doji star here. If this candle doesn't turn around and start turning green, then this is going to dump some more. Is a doji star, but should indicate a trend reversal. And normally, I mean, the trend reversal has been going down this last little while. This should be a trend reversal back up. As you can see, that trend line is definitely there because that's where they're buying it up off of. There we go. Oh, maybe. Let's see here. It's having problems getting back over 9. That's not a good sign. It needs to get back over 9 like right now. See, 9 still holding his resistance. He may get ready to crack here. Oops, what did I just do there? I'm gonna put a stop loss in. Just for now, in case this thing in case it starts dumping. Alright, well, let's let that do its thing for a second. Probably get stopped out more than likely. Yeah, BSQR getting rejected at this downtrend. So we're going to have to come back up to break. NIO making a nice move. Oh, this thing just exploded. A couple of dollars there. Whoops, get out of here. Get out of here. CUEN is in this downtrend. Break of that downtrend, it could start moving. Very close to getting stopped out here. This 20-day is trying to hold on the 5-minute. So my stop loss is right below it. If the 20-day can't hold, then this is going to be done probably for the rest of the day. the moment, I'm not seeing too much else. Let's see what's going on with the SPY. SPY had a pullback after hitting those highs. No surprise there. Is that 475? So break a 475. This could get going. I'm gonna put AXLA on the watch list. It's not doing anything right now, but it could start. Long-term agreement for landing gear components. That's a good PR. Yeah, I'm super close to OSAT stopping me out. The trend line's cracked. All that's left is this 20-day. Could make a big U-shape up. But it's going to have to hold that 20 down the 5 minute. Let's see. Let's look at the 1 minute. Yeah, we need to push back up now because if not, this 20 is going to cross the 50 on the 1 minute, which will lead to a bearish move. Very close to a bearish move there. CUEN about to trying to break out here. Break a 725 and I'm going on it. Boom, going. Starting to break 725. See if it starts moving here. Like I said, I was looking at some Facebook groups for Wall Street bets, and it was very entertaining. They're definitely entertaining. Like they plan to take on Wall Street, or they're trying to take on Wall Street, but in the meantime, they can't agree on anything in their Facebook groups. They're like they were cussing people out for mentioning any other ticker symbol than AMC. It really was hysterical. Like one guy was asking about MRIN, and everybody's like, "F you. If it ain't AMC, we don't want to hear it." Like, we only trade good stocks here like AMC. Like, wow, okay. Made a little change on OSAT One Life. I'm looking for it to try to hold up and get back up to that 10. That pattern was so good on the 1 minute, that build up, and then it just broke down right there. I couldn't push to 10. If it could have pushed to 10 right here, that would have been a beautiful breakout pattern. Now it's going to have to consolidate, come back around if it's going to. Looks like start of a half of a big U shape. Oh, you got in around 8:40. You got in early. Okay. Yeah, early bird usually gets the worm. See, where's our high at? Our high is at 766. Top of this candle is 828. OSAT did just pop back above 9 for half a second, but see, it's getting pushed down again. A lot of selling pressure. That's not a good sign. It needs to be able to hold 9 as support. CUN, what are you gonna do, buddy? What are you gonna do? A lot of resistance right across here that's having some issues with. I got 727.30 area. Ooh, that's not a pretty candle. This needs to come back up. There it goes. OSAT, well, the curl is starting. If OSAT can get over 9 and start holding 9, this could be a possible big U shape. What the hell happened on CUEN? It just died with volume as soon as I got in it. Get out of here. Don't need that popping up. In 1 minute, we got all the EMAs below us. Should be strong support at 7. I'll set trying. Okay. Let's see. Are we getting bid stacking at 9? Yeah, we are getting some bid stacking at 9. So I'll set might come back alive. I'm going to add 10 more to my position. Bring it down some more there. I'm at 949. This 15-minute candle needs to get up there. I might have prematurely added to my position. We'll see. Don't want to be prematurely adding, but I might have. I might have got a little too frisky there. Yeah, because 9 still isn't holding yet, so we're going to need to see that hold. Oh, CUN starting to pop, though. Popping up out of that triangle. Let's see, where's that pre-market high? Up to 764. You're going to get going here, bud. Make a new high a day. Break over 8. That's looking good. I'll let that do its thing for a few minutes here. All right, getting that push up. Let's see, we're still getting hung up at this resistance right here, 731. Needs to start holding that support. There's not been a candle that is closed. The body is, yeah, there's not been a candle where the body is closed over that 730 on the 5-minute. But it looks like it's going to try to push for 750 here. Yep. Testing 750 now. Let's see if it breaks down. Starting to break down. Very nice. A little selling at 755. It wasn't luck so much as it was manipulation. They got manipulated by Wall Street on GME. Like, they thought they were, and that's why it's crazy, because they think they're still winning the game, but they made some hedge funds take some losses, but other hedge funds on GameStop made billions, made a killing. So Wall Street is just playing the game and letting these social media hype traders push AMC up. All the big institutions know who is short on positions, especially heavily short, like that all was. So they just got manipulated. Like, some of them made money, but I know plenty of people who lost a lot of money because of all that shenanigans. I know people who put their life savings in GameStop and then lost it all. I mean, they didn't really have a lot of life savings in the first place, but yeah, are holding up 750 here, looking very nice. If we can get through 755, and we just did, pushing through a new high or not. Let's see. Getting real close. Nope. Got hung up at that 755 again. Yep. CUEN all over the place at the moment. Let's see. Okay, OSAT still trying to hold 9. Needs to continue to push up here, though. If this candle doesn't turn green, let's see, what are we on the 5 minute? Yeah. If this candle starts dropping down, then that's probably going to be it. So it really needs to push up and get over. Well, for one, it needs to hold above 9. But we need to see more movement. Let's see, look at number 15. We got this little downtrend there. Yeah, OSAT still struggling. Cannot get above 9. That's not good. I think OSAT is very close to being done. Let's see, what do we got? Elvis, appreciate you always smashing that like button. He was down Sicilian $70 on staff. Now only 10. NASDAQ up or down. Well, I mean, I'm still bearish on the NASDAQ. It can keep running all it wants to off of all this Federal Reserve pumping and stuff, but I mean, it's not showing any signs of weakness over this last little bit, but we could easily see it sell off at any time. SPY makes me a liar more times than not. It looks like it's going to crash, and then it says, nope. Oh, yeah. Did we just break that? Oh, we still are not breaking that previous high. 766. Come on, CUN. You're almost there. Almost there. Yeah, SAT really looking bad. I don't know about that. It's not been OSAT not being able to get over 9 is really not good. Yeah, so close to breaking this first new high. Do have some good buying at 750 or 755, so that's holding that support. Never mind, now it's resistance again. Used. I'm not sure what you're... I see the disregard the typo. I'm not sure what you're asking even after the typo. Gouda, sir. What is your concern about the NASDAQ? Are you asking everybody about the NASDAQ and whether it's going up and down or how much? What is your concerns? Trying to short the NASDAQ? Yeah, OSAT trying to hold the 100-day on the 1 minute. 20-day has crossed over the 50. I'm just going to take that line out. We know where the resistance is on this. CUEN pulling back. I'm going to do a quick pop through some of these. See if anything else is happening. BLIN. So if BSQR can come back up and test the trend line, this might not be a bad area to look for a possible entry on BSQR. MR, let me go to the 15 minute. And BSQR is not looking bad. I know what's going on with CUEN. Oh, GBR sneaking up. I like a little GBR sneak. coming back to 5. Keep an eye on GBR for a possible sneak. Oh, I'm about to get stopped out on ASAT. This is probably about to dump really hard if this candle starts dropping any more. See, it's right above my stop loss. CUAN. CUEN getting rejected again. It's really having problems pushing for a new high day. I don't know why that 765 is holding up such strong resistance for, but it is. We're kind of in this channel. I would say this 730 area is going to hold a strong support because it was very strong resistance. So we're just kind of in a channel right now. Channel of consolidation. IPDN. BSQR starting to climb to the downtrend, so this could get a pop. See you in back to 735. Yeah, OSAT is super close to cracking. Interesting. Yeah, I just got stopped out on OSAT, so that's probably about a $40 loss there on OSAT. CLSD, that's selling off. SQGB. So only options for no, OSET is cracked. BSQR is looking like the best possible play. And CUN's back down to 725. Possibly BLIN if it can wake back up. Just getting these little pops today. Nothing major yet other than the quick pops in the morning. There we go. I'm hopping in BSQR here to see if it's gonna break over this uptrend. Yeah, CUN couldn't even hold up that resistance there. It is struggling. So the last trade I'm gonna take though. This is BSQR trade because we just looking. Everything is acting a little sketchy today. Not getting these breakouts is concerning. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a quick breather real quick. I will be right back. Give me just a few minutes. All right. PSQR starting to come back down. How's CUN doing? CUN starting to slowly climb back up. So we got a little kind of war going on between these two. There's no trend line there. Look at this on the 15-minute. Just not testing any resistance lines. Getting held up at little weak resistance lines. SPY doing. SPY still selling off. That's what's happening right now. Market composite is down. Look at that. We rejoined OPEC for OPEC to do nothing. Whoopity-doo. How lovely. ARI, how little float is that? 32 million? So that's pretty low float. This is a lot of upper wicks on this. This gives its gains back a lot. Ooh, CUEN just dropping. See, I bet the VXX is popping up. Yeah, look at that. Look at that move on the VXX. SPY's going down, so VXX is going up. So the SPY keeps cracking, though. That's going to make it a little wonky here. I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, your options are for what? The beginning of the year next year? So you got plenty of time to hold them. Silver's good, man. It's got plenty of time. With OPEC failing to agree on a production boost and crude oil now hitting all-time highs, that means gas prices are going to keep rising. They're already rising because of inflation. Like, nothing this administration is doing is helping. Or the Federal Reserve. They're not helping because they can't. There's nothing they can do about it. They already screwed up. They already went 30 trillion in debt, so they're just going to keep spending until they blow the wheels off of the pink Cadillac. The old 1975 pink Cadillac is going to explode. That is what they're doing. They're running it into the ground. I don't know if they're doing it purposely. I can't imagine that they're that stupid, but maybe they are. AIR starting to pop back up a little bit, getting back above the EMAs on the 5-minute. We'll put AIR over here. AI was some is on the list over here. What is that? I forgot the symbol already. AIRI. AIRI. Okay, AIRI. There we go. Used to pay dividends. How about that? CUEN looks like it may be done. Oh yeah, CUEN is the one that kept getting me last week. I shouldn't even got into this. I completely forgot about that long weekend. I forgot about this being the soul taker, as H&H Trader calls it. We'll give it a little bit longer to try to hold up, but I ain't holding this much longer. The feds don't step on your... No, definitely don't listen to hype on StockTwits. Absolutely not. No, that's what I say all the time. Like, you don't want to be following like the social media hype stocks that's on StockTwits and on Reddit. They're already pushing it and they're already chasing the stock. So if you're following that, then you're chasing the chasers. And that's even worse than just chasing, because you're going to get destroyed just about every single time. That's why I don't pay much attention to them. Like, I'll look and see what they're talking about, and then those stocks I'm usually kind of weary on. I'm like, I don't know if I want to get in that. Because usually by the time they're pushing it on social media all over the place, it's too late. I mean, that's just what it is, chasing the chasers. Let's see how AMC is doing, because they were talking all that trash this morning. And that, yeah, AMC's not doing much. It's got a little curl here, but still just riding right down that downtrend. You gonna come back alive here, BSQR? A little indecision there on the 15. Got 4 minutes left. CUEN still barely holding in there. Should have enough to add 10 here. Well, I was about to add 10. Now it's back up to where I got it at. Just about. Oh, BSQR starting to come back alive a little bit. Um, yeah, it can be. The first 30 minutes is always crazy though. So, I mean, if that strategy is working for you, I mean, you just want to continue to test it for consistency. Got a lot of selling stacking at 588 right at that trend line. May have to come back down one more time. CUN is just the slowly creeping. Yeah, there you go. See, if it's working and you know what the problem is, that it's your own greediness that's causing you losses, then you know what to fix. You got it figured out, buddy. That's all you got to do. Stop being greedy. If it's working, it's working. Let it work. Greed is a killer. Greed is what made me lose money on whatever that was I traded first, OSAT. I'm adding 10 more. Oh, no, I can't add 10 more. Okay. Well, I was going to try to add there, but oh well. There we go. A lot of sun at 590. Let's see if they get taken out. Just touched it. Got a ton of sellers at 590, and we're going to have probably a ton of sellers at 6, I would imagine. See if these 590s can get taken out. Slowly getting taken out. Getting pecked at. CUN back up some, so CUN still might run. So look at the 15. Yeah, we got to break 6 here soon if this is going to rip. See, Dom said IPDN. IPDN's looking possibly like it could start moving some more. Getting hung up at that 250 area at the moment. $5.90 just broke. $5.90 about to break too. Oh. Here we go. Let's see what 6 looks like. What's that 6 looks like? Come on. Selling at $5.98. Getting selling before 6. Just need a big buy and push here. Okay, there's 5, there's 6. Tons of sellers at 6. Tons of sellers. It's going to take a minute for that to break. It's going to have to test a couple of times here probably. Because there's a lot of selling sitting at 6. But we break 6. This thing should start moving. Let's see. They're getting taken out slowly. Still not yet. CUEN back over that little resistance line. It may start moving. It looks like it may try to come up and test. Yeah, appreciate it, Josie. Good job digging yourself out of that hole. That's what I'm trying to do here, is get out of the little hole I got myself in. Starting the day off with SAT. We got buyers trying to hold 590 as support. So that's a good sign. Ooh, CUEN just popped up to 748. CUEN getting closer and closer to that top resistance. Maybe getting ready to break for a new high there. Get out of the way, you 594s. Got some a little selling at 594, holding BSQR up right now. At 590 still holding that support. There we go. Now we're starting to take sellers out quick. Boom, 598 down, 599. Let's see it go down. Up. Thank you, Lori Lee. Appreciate that comment. Here we go. Let's see what six is cracking down. Let's go. Here we go. Starting to push up. Finally breaking through 6. It's probably going to fumble around here at 6 for a minute. We start holding 6 as let's hit FOMO. I know that's what I'm looking for too. You're in at 565. You got in a little better position than I did. I'm at that 577. A little bit higher up. A little bit of selling at 620. Pre-market high is 637. So that area is going to be a resistance as well. And then after 637 breaks, we got room all the way up to 7. Big sell at 623. He's getting taken out. He's out. A little bit of selling at 625. They're taken out. 630. Let's see if 630 gets taken out. 630 got taken out. Still getting held up at 630 though. Very close to that. Where's that top at? Is that top at 635? Okay, so 635 actually is what we need to break, not 637. Yeah, break at 635 and this thing can get going crazy. Yeah, Shauna, I'm in it. I got in at 577 down here before the big break. Actually, I got in right here when I thought it was going to make this move right here, but it didn't. It came back down a little bit. Bounced off that 20-day. And now we're getting that explosive buying. If it can continue. But we got to break 635 here soon if this momentum's going to keep up. Here we go, 633. 634. Oh. So close. Oops. Look at the 15. Yeah, that's all we're missing is just that break of 635. That's all we need. CUE and starting to still trying to break over 750 and that high a day at 765. But as far as entry goes, you definitely don't want to be buying up here at the top looking for this to break 635. You want to be in down here before it tries to push up and test. And here we go. Very close. Boy, we were close again. Very close again to pushing for that high. Oh, here we go. Oh, let's see 635 on the bid or on the ask. Bid starting to stack at 630. We're about to break through right now. Here we go. Right now. Boom. There it is. There it is. 640. See if this thing really starts going here. We're getting wild. You see level 2's going crazy. Time and sales is starting to go crazy. See if buying keeps coming in and we get a wild move. Let's get a frisky move. Show me some frisk here, BSQR. We just barely popped over it too. Just barely over that 635 with the 638. Still getting selling at 635 though. No, no, that's what I was saying, Shawnee. You don't want to buy up here at the top. When you're looking for an entry, you want to be looking down low. If you buy at the top here, this may not break. I mean, it's trying to break now, but it may not break. It may just hit that. It may have just hit that 638, and that's all it's got. Because we're not getting a big explosion out of this like we should be. Pushing over that 635, we should have went real crazy, and we didn't. Now we're having a bit of a pullback, so this is probably going to have to consolidate a little bit longer. Well, let's see. CUEN back up over 755. Oh, getting ready to test for it to try to make a move. Break at 760 something. 20-cent spread on this right now. Oh boy. BSQ. Let me go. Why am I in a 15-minute chart? Let me go back to a 5-minute chart. There we go. This downtrend's broken, so we'll remove that. Worst case scenario on BSQR, we want to see it hold $6 as support. Alright, CUEN still having some issues there. You just got a tiny bit left, One Life. You just held up to that one little pop, and that was it. That may be all I had. But maybe not. We'll see. I'm gonna keep holding it here for a little bit, as long as we hold above 6. Oh, pre-market was your high target. My target's 7. Because if it can push through this 640 and then push through 650, there's nothing to stop it all the way up to 7. So I am aiming a little high, but we'll see if it can break up to 650. Then that'll be my kind of ponder point. I like that. I'm gonna start using that more. 650 will be my ponder point, where I ponder whether or not I want to sell it or see if it's going to break 650. So 7's my price target, 650 is my ponder point. What gadget am I using to be at the bottom of the chart? What do you mean? What do you mean by being at the bottom of the chart? Are you talking about like on entries, like where you're buying in at? You'll take 7 on the last part. I'll see you in getting real close to trying to break. We get 2 boys here running at the same time. Can we get 2 boys running? Can we get the ultimate frisk? So what did I use to get in where I got in at? I didn't really use a gadget. I mean, I use the EMAs on my chart. So, just looking at volume and looking how this thing's been moving, looking at the price action. because it got rejected there at 6 and then had this downtrend. And so when it's like I said, I got in here on this candle looking for this move, but I was in a little early, and then it held up the 20-day, so I held as long as the 20-day held, and now it's popped up. Oh, how I set my chart up? There's a video on the day trading playlist for that on Thinkorswim, and Hal Hart has one. H&H Trader has one on the channel for Street Smart Edge. Okay, have you watched that video yet? I can grab the video for you. Because at the moment, I'm in 2 trades. I really don't have the capability to explain how to set that up and keep my eye on 2 trades at once. That's a little bit much for me. My tiny brain can only handle so much at once. Where's it at? CUEN starting to get going here. There it is. If you have a specific question on it, that you can make kind of clear, there you go. That is a no, it's no worries. You're not bothering me. I mean, that's what I'm here for, is for you guys to ask questions. There's the YouTube. There's the link to the setup video. That if you watch that setup video, you shouldn't have any problems setting it up exactly like the way I have mine set up. But if you can ask me, if it's one question that you're asking, if you could just ask it very specifically so I understand what you're talking about, because it's a little hard to understand on text. Give me just a second, guys. But that video should answer all your questions, though. Like, it's the exact setup that I'm using right now. So no worries there. Alright, BSQR, if you're going to go, you got to go. Got to start moving. Can't be getting held up right here this long. Looks like a cereal bowl on a 15-minute. Yeah, man, that's a good cereal bowl. It's a something. It's like almost a cup and handle. It's like almost a triangle. It's a whole mixture of patterns, man. This is the old flabba-doo jaboo-hoo pattern. OSAT trying to break back above 9. Oh yeah, OSAT's broke the downtrend, so you could get a possible play on OSAT. If it breaks 9, it could try to run up to 10 again. CUEN getting rejected again. Alright, BSQR, you got it. You got to go. If you're going to go, you got to do it. If you're gonna go, you gotta go. Yeah, indecision candle here. So depending on the direction of this candle, if it continues to go red, then this is going to sell back off, probably down to the 20-day at 583. It may try to hold 6. But for this to break out, it's going to need to push. But that indecision... Where's Daniel B? How do you know Daniel B's in here? He hasn't said anything. Snuck in here. Snuck in here quietly. Yeah, this is looking like this is going to sell back off here. Damn. He said, none of your business. Says nobody's business what Daniel B makes. It's his business what everybody else makes and how they trade, but it's nobody else's business how he does it. See how it is, DB. Yeah, this indecision candle here, followed by this little bearish engulfing candle, is not a good sign. Got a minute for this to... Actually, we got 20 seconds for this candle to close, though, so let's see what happens in this last 20 seconds. He blew up his account. Daniel B doesn't blow up accounts. Yeah, there comes a sell-off. That indecision candle. I'm just trying to... I've got a new ponder point here. I got to think about it if I want to just lock this out or let it see if it can hold 6. Because 6 was very strong resistance. So 6 could hold as support. As new support. And CE and back down again. Still holding a 50-day at the moment. I'm gonna put a stop loss on CUE in. Oh, yeah, I just got stopped out there. Alright, well, that's fine. Whatever. So this 640, 50 area was tough resistance back here. 2 on the chart. Right there it is. See it on the, you can see it on the 4-hour chart where all the resistance is at. I'm going to keep holding this for a little bit. Whoops, get out of here. Yeah, I'm going to keep holding this for a little bit. So now Daniel B wants to directly talk to everybody in the chat that he can see. Can't wait for this epic troll. What we got here, Daniel B? What's the epic troll of the day? Get your dopamine fix in with your trolling. I know you gotta get that dopamine fix. You're addicted to the attention of trolling. Sets off that dopamine receptor in your brain. You get a good little warm feeling inside every time you think you got something on the internet. You just got somebody with a jab. Oh, I got him. I feel so good now about myself. You're an addict. Yeah, there you go, One Life. Tell him. None of your business, Daniel B. Remember, you told One Life it's none of his business. So why is it? See, I even said that. Earlier. I said that same thing, and then he did it anyway. I saw the message you left at me at Planet 13, man. I'm glad you did that. I appreciate the free promotion. You know, I got a good giggle out of it, and then I got some free promotion. So you know, I appreciate it. I like those types of trolls. When you positive trolls that help people out is nice, Daniel B. That's a whole new way to troll. It's like sending somebody flowers. Just a random person. Hey, here's some flowers for you. You went from the guy who pisses on the hobos to the guy who hands them a bologna sandwich. How about that? I'm proud of you. All news is good news. That's right. So we're trying to hold that $6 support right now. You can see the sixes keep trying to pop on the bid. Oh, real quick, I need to check this crypto to see how I'm doing on it, because I swung crypto overnight last night. So 6 cracking, but it's just now coming back down to the 20-day there. Whoops. My crypto's doing alright. I missed I'm so mad about that. Middle of the night last night, I missed this big, basically $20 run on this crypto. I got in at 106, but I was asleep when that happened. So now it's back down a little bit, but that's okay. See, how's the SPY doing? The SPY, oh. Well, that's an ugly move on the SPY. SPY basically on this downtrend right now, so could see the SPY pull back to 428. Could slow the overall market down. Daniel B, they don't have to answer you, man. Don't get mad because they don't want to answer you or talk to you. Why would you? When you trash talk people all the time and troll them all the time, don't be surprised when nobody wants to talk to you. It's like you going into the library and everybody's trying to read books and study, and then you just come in with your boombox on your shoulder, pumping, pumping some old 80s Rick James, coked out of your mind, just swinging your arms around, throwing books off the library or out of the shelves and kicking the librarian in the shin while she's trying to tell you to be quiet. Everybody's gonna be like, "Nah, man, I ain't talking to you. You're crazy." You're in here destroying stuff and doing lines off of the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Yeah, I'm gonna hold BSQR for a little bit. I'm going to take a 10-minute break here. This is the only position I got, and BSQR seems like it's going to try to hold 6. And then I will be back and we'll have a little bit of question time. So if you guys have any questions, especially new traders, anything you want me to go over, any of that, we will do that here at 12 a.m. Well, actually about 12:02 a.m. p.m. 12. I'm Central Time, so it'll be 11:02 my time in Central Time. So if you're Eastern Time, it'll be 12:02 p.m. But yeah, about 12 minutes here. Don't. No, I don't trade futures, Bumblebee. I only trade stocks and cryptos. I appreciate it, Lori. I'm not gonna. I won't be gone too long. Normally, by this time, I'll be ready to end the stream, but I'm gonna. I want to see how this plays out on BSQR because if it's gonna rip, it's gonna have to be soon. But yeah, I'll be right back. If Daniel B starts annoying people too much, one life, you know what to do. Put him in timeout. I'll be right back, guys. All right. What do we got? We got a lot of talking here. Let me see. Let's see what all this craziness is from Daniel B. Got some chicken and shrimp Cabo. Daniel B is lying to you so much. Yes, Daniel B is lying. I'm glad Dom said something. Thank you, Dom, for calling him out while I wasn't here. Why are you trolling new traders, you a-hole? Minimum, definitely 60 years old. Still uses Windows 95. That's great. That's great. I'm 33, I think. I'm not sensitive on my personal info. What do you mean? Thank you, Lori. Welcome back. GLOP. So GLOP up here. So I got about, let's say 25 more minutes here. If you guys got any more questions or anything like that, anything you want me to go over. Then I got to go grab some lunch real quick and talk to our friend Liam at Confident in Crypto. We're going to be doing an episode talking about some crypto stuff. What did CUEN end up doing? We're going to be recording a couple episodes. Whatever. Alright, GLOP. Oh, this just came out of nowhere. Why did this just start ripping? We got no news. Little energy stock that pays dividends. Not paying very much dividends right now. Kind of missed the rip on it. It's just kind of a random rip. Basically just starting to go bullish again, getting over all the EMAs here. But right now, you definitely don't want to be hopping in this. You're gonna have to wait for some type of pullback. Let it work itself out, because at the moment it just went on the run, so I'll keep an eye on it. You're shorting Roblox. Isn't that what RBLX is Roblox? Got a little rejection there. It's trying to push back to 640 again. That's 642. But holding up the 20-day on the 5-minute pretty well. As long as it continues to hold that 20-day. I think we're going to try to get another test. This will be the third test of this area, because we had a test back here in pre-market. So we get that third test, it could break out. Yeah, see GLP, looks like it's gonna try to hold. May try to hold 525, but definitely selling off at the moment. And well, I don't know if it holds 550, it could start turning back around. Yeah, no, that's what I looked at before I left. Was I looked at the 15-minute, and then I looked at the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart's really what has got me sticking in here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Where'd that 4-hour? There it goes. Because it's 4-hour, we had this initial rip back here last Tuesday, and then we've consolidated sideways, sold off, and now started coming back up today. And this line that we're testing is the line that was Tuesday's pre-market high. So all that resistance right there is coming from back here. So we break that, then we should have room, like I said earlier, easily up to 7. And then if it can break 7, it's got room to 750. And then maybe up to 843. But like I said, my price target's just 7. But you can see it pretty clear. It's trying to get back up. And from the initial rip of last Tuesday, it's held its gains even when it held. You know, it ripped from what 260, and the lowest it got over this span was 387. So it's held close to half of its gains, and now starting to come back up today. Yeah, GLOP not able to hold that 550 area. It's still trying, but all right, BSQR, let's see what you got. Can you break out here or not? We gonna get this big breakout? I mean, it looks good to me. It looks like it's ready to go, but that area has been very tough multiple times. Then it's gonna be a quick pop to 7. It may. I mean, that's kind of what I was expecting. That's what I'm looking for, is that quick pop to 7. But the 650 area, like, we're gonna have to get through 650, and so we got 2 resistance lines right here. That previous resistance at 643, 645ish, and then 650, because 650 is gonna be resistance. No, I'm not setting a limit order. Daniel B, come on. Set a limit order to sell up at 7. I ain't doing that. That's not my style. I don't like doing limit orders like that. It easily gets dog hair all over me. It easily gets Sorry guys, Liam's messaged me here. I will miss the selling point. No. Woo boy. The SPY is still dropping. This is what I was expecting on Friday. So I was off a day. It didn't run in Friday. But this was the pullback I was expecting to start coming. So I said I wanted to wait. That's why I didn't want to hold anything over the weekend. Any swing trades or anything. Alright, here we go, BSQR. You're right here at it. Let's go. Let's make it happen, Captain. Breaking through 640. Here we go. Up. See, we're running at 650. Let's break it. Let's break it to 650. Come on. Show me the frisk. A lot of selling there. They're getting taken out slowly. Come on, another test to 650. Let's get in there. There we go. Through 650. See if we can pop up to 7. There we go. Come on. See this big buying volume come in. Let's go nuts. Let's get frisky here. I'm going to go into the 1 minute so I can see exactly what the movements are. Short everything. The correction has begun. Now, the SPY is still holding above the 20-day. At 20 days, got to crack first. If the SPY holds the 20-day, then this could just be a short-term pullback for the day. But if the SPY can break, if it breaks through that 20, then yeah, it's going to get ugly. Got a little selling at 680. Getting hung up in the 675, 680 area. Let's see if we can break it here. A little bit of an indecision candle there. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It just turned green after the indecision candle. We're off to the races. Let's see. We're gonna get to 7. Come on, don't stop at some weird number like 687. These damn buyers don't push this to 7. And 690. What you got there, 690? Okay. Let's see. Let's see how 7's gonna look here. Either gonna be locking it out, or this is gonna have a big breakout. More than likely, because the market's going down, I'll probably just be locking out here. It's a little bit of an ugly candle. 680 is trying to hold as support. Breaking through that, selling at 689. Back through 690. Let's see it test 7. Oh, here we go. We may break 7. This may get nutty. Bunch of selling at 699. Got, ooh, that 699's out of the way. Let's see. Bunch of selling at 7. Ooh, they're getting taken out fast. Let's see. Oh, a lot of selling at 7. Ooh, took out a lot of sellers again at 7. We may break. This is getting close. If we can try to test 7 one more time. Ooh, we just barely hit it. Let's see a big buy and push. Getting an indecision candle right here at 7. Let's see. This candle starts turning green, pushing over this indecision candle, then it's going to be off to the races. If it keeps dropping, it's going to be a pullback. Yeah, it looks like we may pull back here. Got my finger on the trigger. I'm ready to jump out, but it's still showing a little strength. Two indecision candles. There's a lot of support at that 680. So I'm going to put... Oh, I was about to put the stop loss there, but then it just cracked real quick. See, how low did we go? 675. Okay. So I'm just going to put a stop loss right under 675. Because it looks like there's some support there trying to build. If it can hold 675, it can come back up and test 7 again. But either way, I'm going to be locked out. Either I'll be locked out at 675 or it'll climb some more. The 15 minutes telling me it's time to rest. Let's see. Nah. How do you come into that conclusion? On the 15 minute, it's trying to test 7 still. It's about to do it again. Looks great on the 15 minute. It may be taking a little quick breather there at that 675 area. It might have decided to take a little Little beer break. But it looks good on the 15-minute to me. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that buy and push, trying to push it back up to 7. Here we go. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, so close to breaking 7 there. That was so close. We're probably about to break it. Because we've gotten a lot of selling out there. And here we go. Let's go. 7's got to start holding that support. We did push through up to 706, which is nice, but we need to start holding 7 as support. Is the SPY still cracking? What are you talking about? Elvis, what are you talking about? What setting what off? Are you talking about BSQR? Or are you talking about the SPY? Still. I think we're going to break 7. 7's not that much resistance. It's acting as resistance. But looking back on this 4 hour, 725 is more likely. To be stronger resistance than 7, although 7 is holding up pretty strong. So we tested it, what, 4 times now? I'll continue to hold that 690 as support, although it looks like it may start cracking now. Okay, so we got, what am I looking at? That looks familiar. Oh, I was on the 1 minute. Okay, so we got the indecision on the 5 minute. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. That 5 minutes where it's pretty clear. That indecision candle right at 7, and then the red candle following it, dropping below that body, that's a selling sign. But that's why I had my stop loss right under 675, because if that 675 couldn't hold up, which it still could, but looks like it's done for now. Yeah, you can sit on the 15 getting pushed back down. We got 5 minutes on the 15. Depends one way or another. All right, well, there we go. So made a little bit of my loss back, a little bit over half. So it kind of makes it a dud day, but that's all right. Not really. What am I down? Let's see, 28. I'm down like $20 on the day. So I got that win there. Lost on OSAT. So that brings it down to 13, and then I lost 8 on CUEN. Yeah, so I'm just down $20 on this Monday where the SPY is deciding to take a dump. Oh, look at this. SPY is still dumping. What a nasty dump. It may be 1%, but it's going straight down. It's not like it was 1% where it just kind of, fumbled around for a while and then dropped 1%. This thing, the SPY broke this trend line right here. Whoops. And now it's just eating it. Greed is a fun TV show. Thank you on live. Appreciate that. Elvis, you're closing the broker account today. What's the news on yeah, I'm not surprised. If any of you guys have been following me, Elvis, you too. I've been saying that this was coming at some point. Tower of Terror, guys. Tower of Terror. Like it doesn't have to be news or anything. More than likely, it's not going to be news that's going to do it. The institutions will start selling before anybody else uh, finds out. Like they're not going to tell. But right here, like Tower of Terror. Like look at this. The trend line for the SPY is way back down here at 285. That's what I was saying. If the 20-day cracks, then we've got a long way down. A very long way down. Like, you gotta hold on to your pants on this one. Now, this may not be the big crack, though. Like One Life pointed out, or DB, whoever pointed it out, it's only a small drop so far. But it's continuing to go straight down, which is, not usually a good sign, but it's still above the 20-day, so the SPY is still bullish. Right? This is just a pullback at the moment. There's no concern until the 20-day cracks. If it cracks through the 20-day, then we could see it back down to the 50-day here on the daily chart. And then if that 50-day cracks, we could see it to the 100. And then if the 100-day cracks on the daily chart, then we will be all the way back down to 387. And that would be a pretty strong pullback from 434 to 387. Let's see. Well, that's what I was saying. There's no need to panic at all yet. Yet. The 20-day starts cracking, that would be a little concern. Chris Game Boss, you're 10 years old trying to learn about the stock market. Well, welcome to Framework Fortune. And all the other new traders in here today, welcome. Welcome to the community. You can see we've got a nice growing community here. Yeah, he did write a proper sentence. His sentence was better than mine, so it's definitely better than Daniel B's sentences. But yeah, I mean, we just made a new high on the SPY at 435. My concern though is not the SPY, because I'm not in any stocks. I don't care if the SPY does drop. I've been bearish on the SPY for the overall stock market for the last 8 months. Really, I don't know. I've just been bearish on it for a while. It's just the feds keep just pumping money into it and it keeps popping up. Yeah, but cryptos are my concern. Bitcoin, sometimes these cryptos will react to the stock market dropping. And that is exactly what it's 10 years old. 10-year-old here. I better be quiet. But look, as the SPY's dropping, so is Bitcoin. Bitcoin started selling off there right about the same time as the SPY did. Let's check Ethereum. Yep, same thing. Ethereum with a little dump there. Bitcoin to 20K. I don't think so. Not with the new Taproot update and then being able to confirm a block. Bitcoin couldn't even crack 30,000. Like, it tested 30,000 plenty of times this last couple of weeks, the whole month of June basically, and it held up 30,000. So I've not seen any weakness for let's just pull up TradingView. TradingView's got everything. So we can talk about everything here, and then I got to get, let me see. What time is it? Cuz I got to be getting to this recording with Liam. Yeah, so I got about 5 minutes, but we'll go ahead and check over everything real quick. Where you at, Bitcoin? Because it's all chart patterns. So it doesn't, there's no difference. To me, there's no difference in technical analysis on a crypto and technical. What is going on right now? Why aren't you going to my chart? There we go. So me going over crypto charts is the same as going over a stock chart, in my opinion. But real quick, see, Bitcoin, I'm on the 5 minute. Let me go to the 4 hour. So, and I have the crypto channel. If you guys like crypto, I have the Framework Fortune crypto channel where I mainly cover cryptos at. I don't cover cryptos on this channel anymore because I want to keep it separate with stocks. I'm only going to cover them right now just because we've got a lot going on with the SPY dropping. But Bitcoin, 30,000, very strong support. Very strong support. I mean, right across here. Let's see, where's it at? Way down here. 30,000. It broke below it one time and immediately got pushed up. Every time it's gotten even close to 30,000, it's got pushed up. So buyers are sitting in this 30,000 area like piranhas, ready to eat Bitcoin up at that price. So yeah, I highly doubt it's going to get back to 20,000. But let's go look at the indexes here. See what's happening. If there's any. Let's see. So Dow Jones is pulling back down to the 20. The US dollar is popping up a little bit. But just going to run into this resistance right here at 92 and probably sell off again. There's no actual strength in the dollar. Gold having a pull. Everything's having a pullback right now. Gold's having a pullback. Silver's having a pullback. Oil's having a pullback. The hell is going on? US dollar just spiked above the Russian ruble. So the dollar is strengthening against a lot of the other currencies at the moment, other than Japan. Japan's still stronger. Interesting. Well, let's see. Oh, what do we got here? Governor Cuomo is going to make a major announcement regarding gun violence. That's not going to do what we're seeing right now. I would say it's this. This would be... This is a problem. OPEC fell... This is what I was saying earlier in the stream this morning. OPEC failing to reach an agreement on production boost is going to shoot gas prices up even more. They're going up because of inflation. The dollar should not be strengthening whatsoever, but shenanigans. The government and Federal Reserve are trying to pull shenanigans right now. But I would say institution and hedge funds are probably starting to dump a little bit because Ooh, uranium stocks could get hot. Just got a IAEA. They plan. Oh no, Iran plans to produce uranium metal. I mean, none of this is really good news today. The future's flat. The PMI composite is low. Yeah. There's a lot of factors, but it's Tower of Terror. So, One Life you added to your crypto account with Bitcoin on that 100% retracement. Yeah, did Trump tweet again? Nice. uh, yeah, Josie's. That's I'm with you on that. Same thing. I don't think it's nothing to panic about yet. I mean, everything's pulling back, but it's not a huge pullback yet. It just could turn into that. That's the concern, but that's why I'm down. I'm not holding any stock positions. I'm only holding a half of Ethereum. I got a little teensy bit of Bitcoin. My biggest position I'm holding right now is Cardano ADA in cryptos. But other than that, I'm just scalping and trading right now because, like I said, Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror. You added more Ethereum yesterday. It's a little risky at those prices. Why didn't you add to Ethereum when it was at 2,000 or below 2,000 for that moment? When it was like 1,900. 2,000 is the strong support area for Ethereum. Actually, One Life, depending on the professional money manager, they will go bigger on precious metals in uncertain times like this. Like a lot of people go to 20% gold and silver usually, or they used to. Now with cryptos, that's the thing. That's the whole thing I've been talking about this last 6 months since I started getting into cryptos too. Is like what is going to be the go-to safe haven if the stock market and everything does crash, because cryptos are following the stock market somewhat, and they could crash with the stock market, but we could see money go into cryptos instead, or we could see the money go into gold and silver. We haven't seen big money really moving into gold and silver yet. There's some money, but not all the money. And it's like right now, money is all over the place. There's money sitting on the sidelines, like me and Josie and One Life, probably Daniel B. There's money, some money in precious metals. There's money in cryptos. Money's being pulled out of the stock market right now. Where that's going to go, I don't know. I'm wondering if people are thinking. I'm wondering if people are thinking because the dollar looks like it's strengthening, that they're going to cash. Because with the dollar strengthening, you'd be able to buy more. That's pretty much the only correlation I'm seeing right now is that the dollar was moving up. It had a big pop up, and everything else dropped. And this is the thing where you have to not think of the dollar as any value. It's a currency, right? So it's the measure of value. So if the measuring stick is measuring more value now because it's going up, then it's going to take less dollars to buy stocks and cryptos. The US dollar goes down, the measuring stick can buy less value than the price. It takes more dollars to push stocks or to buy stocks and cryptos and gold and silver. So that's what I'm kind of thinking is the correlation right now. Is the dollar had that pop and maybe scaring a good bit of investors back into cash. Which, like, okay, what are you going to do after the US dollar drops back down? Because we just looked at the US dollar, it's in a downtrend. Well, I wouldn't say that, Daniel. I'm not saying the market's going to sell off right now either. I'm just, like I said, as long as the 20-day holds, it's fine. But everything did just all of a sudden have a sell off together, and we just looked at the US dollar index and it was shooting up. So the dollar goes up, then that means you can buy more of these because their price is going to go down. It's pretty simple. But to say there's no evidence that the stock market could crash is complete insanity. There's it's coming. Whether it's going to be now or 6 months from now, it is coming. That's why I keep saying this. Tower of Terror. This is not normal. The evidence you need is right here. We've not had a big pullback since COVID. And COVID on the overall scale, that pullback really wasn't that big of a pullback. And pull it up on TradingView. And then I'm going to call it a day. I got to get to this talking with Liam here. Says a 4-hour chart. Let's go to a month chart. So this is the stock market right now. This is the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones is way up here, way off the 20-day on the overall max chart. Way up there. Whoops. And it never gets off the 20-day that far. Every time it does, pull back. Right there, got off the 20-day, pulled back to it. Got off the 20-day there, pulled back to it. Got off the 20-day there, pulled back to it. Got off the 20-day there, pulled back to it. Now it dropped below the 20-day on the COVID drop and pulled back to it. So now we're way the hell off of the 20-day. What do you think is going to happen after this pattern? The evidence is in the pattern. So we could pull back here. This could be a short pullback this time, very easily. Like, this could be nothing. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not anything to get concerned about yet. It's still holding above the 20 on the daily chart. But everybody should be aware. BSQR still holding up almost back to 7. Well, Nvidia is, yeah, you know. I mean, Nvidia has potential to go crazy. I mean, Nvidia is such a strong company. Their graphics cards and everything like that, like Nvidia is one of those ones where you just buy the dips all the time and just average it out. Daniel B, though, here's the thing. You are right. The economy just opened and there's full potential, and companies are trying to hire people. Trying is the key word. There are 9 million jobs open right now, and they cannot fill them because nobody wants to work. So if nobody wants to work, if all these businesses, like there's restaurants that have half their dining room shut off because they don't have enough servers right now to serve. Like when the government gives people a bunch of free money to stay home, more money than they were making before, that's going to keep them at home. And 25 states have already rejected any more federal money because they can't get workforce. If you can't hire people, then you don't have anybody to turn profit with. You can't turn profit without your workers. The worker bees are the most important thing of the company after the company is up and running. You got your initial entrepreneur who invests, builds the company up, and then the worker bees have to keep on working. And the government is saying, worker bees, we've got some honey, you don't need to work. And if they continue with these stimuluses and all this stuff, then those people will nobody will want to go back to work. And that is a huge, huge problem. We got to have labor to turn any profits. Exactly, Chris Game Boss. He's 10-year-old. One life. A 10-year-old gets it, and you don't get it. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, BSQR is still running again. That's what I was saying. If it could hold up in that area, then it could keep running. It never dropped below 650. It held up that six. That was previous strong resistance. We knew it was. It took forever for this thing to break over that resistance line, so now that resistance line held up. Exactly. The market is forward thinking, and right now, if they're forward thinking about it, and we've got OPEC not able to lower gas prices, so gas prices are going to go higher. They were already going higher because of inflation. Bacon is up 14%. Lean hog futures, one life. Inflation is going up. Like Daniel B said, there's $30 trillion in national debt that we can't even take a chunk out of. We're not doing anything to that debt, and the current administration is trying to spend more money, which is going to put us into more debt. Nobody's working. The government is taking the printed money from the feds and giving it people to not work, and then they're going out and spending that money, putting the non-earned money, the non-money that had the non-US dollars that are garbage because they're printed out. The more they print, the value of the dollar will come down. Like everything is pointing to not an economic recovery. And you can see it in the feds. The feds cannot tell the truth. Everything they have said this whole entire year has been nonsense. Like literally nonsense. They have been wrong every single step of the way. And that's because they can't come out and tell everybody that we're screwed. They can't do it. I sit there and watched, who was it? I don't remember who it was. It was some politician questioning Janet Yellen, and she refused to answer his questions. Same thing with Jerome Powell. When they start talking to Jerome Powell, he's like, everything could look good, but we're still ways away and blah blah blah. Like, that's not what you want out of the Federal Reserve and the National Secretary of Treasury, whatever Janet Yellen is. Like, if it wasn't that bad, then they would say, "Oh, everything is really good. Everybody go invest, go do stuff." They can't say that. They will not say that. They have to sit there in the middle ground and go, And this goes back to what I was talking about 6 months ago, where when inflation's rising, they're trying to pay their loans back, their debts back, but interest rates are rising too, which offsets the inflation tax that they're trying to use to pay back their debts. They are stuck between a rock and a hard place and cannot do anything. Nothing has changed. Even the economy opening back up, every place you go right now has now hiring signs and are short-staffed. I have seen it every single day that I've went out in public. Every place I've drove by. Now hiring. I just said this the other day. I've got family who works for a big truck driving company. They are so desperate for drivers, they told him they would give him $4,000 if he could bring in a driver that was already trained and that could start driving right away. So he called up some of his driving friends who had stopped working, and he said, I'll split this $4,000 with you 50-50 for you to come work for 6 months just so we can get that money. They turned him down. People turned money down to go work. They cannot pay people extra money right now to work. It's crazy. Personal debt will start to crash. Exactly. Yeah, I've got APTY up here on my watch list. I've been hearing a lot about APTY. I still want to look at it, but why would I'm going to answer one last question because it is a good question. Um, why wouldn't stocks go up then because of inflation? The stock market has been going up. That's the problem. We've not had a pullback. The stock market has been going up because of inflation. That's what I explained literally 10 minutes ago of how inflation pushes the prices of assets up. Stocks are assets. But not only that, the Feds have been pumping billions of dollars every month into the stock market. As soon as they pull out their billions that they're throwing in there, then that hole is going to have to be filled. And if they can't fill that hole, then who's going to fill it? You think institutions are going to come in and throw billions of dollars at the Feds were? Nah, they're not going to. So when it drops, it's going to drop. That was not the pullback. A natural pullback in the markets is natural. There was nothing natural about March 2020. Okay? We had a virus, a pandemic. The whole world's economy shut down. The stock market should have dropped to dirt. It should have bottomed out like we've never seen, because all of these problems did not just start. We just didn't get into 30 trillion in debt overnight. These are problems from our economy that go all the way back decades. The problems started showing their head in 2008 when the housing market crashed. They should have let the stock market bottom out and let the housing market bottom out. The Federal Reserve did not do that. They started QE and the quantitative easing, which means they're pumping money back into the markets, stimulus, keeping interest rates low, all of that. That does not fix the problems. That's a Band-Aid on a small wound. So in 2008, after the housing market crash, we never recovered. The Federal Reserve just made it look like we recovered. And then we continued with that fake recovery until global pandemic, shuts everything down. What happened? As soon as the stock market started dropping, they halted the market. You remember, you were in this live stream last year when they halted the market, I think 3 times last year. Not one stock, the overall entire market, they halted. You're not supposed to halt markets, right? It's supposed to be a free market. If the government can come in and say, we're stopping the market, we're stopping everybody from buying and selling stocks right here, it's not a free market. So when they stopped the market like that and then started with QE some more, QE Infinity or whatever the hell that they call it now, they did not fix the problem again. They put a Band-Aid on it. They keep putting Band-Aids. This is 20 years at least running of bad federal budgeting, bad Federal Reserve policies, just bad policies all the way around. They just keep putting Band-Aids along the way just so we can continue to look like we're a great country and everything. The numbers, the statistics, the charts, everything shows that we are not in good shape. We are in absolutely dog shit shape right now, no matter what the news tells you. Like I said, they can't come out and tell everybody that because then they will panic. This is 20 years at least in the making, And it's going to be one hell of a drop when it finally happens. Yeah, I know that there was a rule set up, and actually, it wasn't in the 80s, Daniel B. It was 2016 that they passed the law to be able to stop the stock market. They can halt the whole stock market. I don't know where you got the 80s from because the stock market had never been halted before 2016. But it was 2016, I think, or 2015. No, 2014, I think what it was. Why do you want to see a 1 minute candle on the NASDAQ for? But all that stuff I'm saying is, like I said, as long as the 20-day moving average holds up here, then it's good. Well, exactly. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not trying to bring doom and gloom. I'm just trying to prepare and be ready because I wanted to pull back. Like I said, I'm not in any stocks right now. I wanted to pull back and get back to those cheaper prices. If they can go back to those cheaper prices, we get a big pullback. That's a buying opportunity, just like it was in March. We did the same thing in March when the big pullback happened. If you want to call it a big pullback, we did the same thing. We watched it, and we watched it start dropping, and then we waited for it to start coming back up, and we got in there. I made good. I made great last year with that drop. You know, I'm not trying to scare everybody and bring doom and gloom. That's where you guys get me confused at. I'm trying to prepare everybody, let you know, like, hey, shit can hit the fan at any time. like, like this candle's nothing to be worried about. But just know that there could be a correction because of this. This straight up nasty move. That's not how the stock market has ever moved. There's nothing natural about this move. And you can just see it's almost like a leaning tree. It was trying to go straight up, and then there's just like this pressure right along the tree here, leaning against it. Like if this is like a tree that was like halfway out of the ground, just leaning against another tree, all we need is one squirrel, just a fat squirrel with a mouthful of nuts to just jump on this tree, and this tree is going to fall over. APTY is still running. This is very interesting, that little cheap penny stock running like that. No, the market is never. Now, Daniel B, that law, I don't know what you're reading. Okay, so let's look this up. Get the correct words here. And I gotta run, guys. I gotta get. Liam's probably waiting on me. see, when was this? Because here's the rule right here. This is what I'm talking about. Market volatility regulations. And either way, it doesn't matter about the year at all. The point is that they can do this. It's not a free market if they can like the word regulation and free market don't go together. Those are two totally opposite things. You can't regulate something that's free. If it's free, it's free. If it's not free, then it's regulated. So that's the point I was making. But I'm pretty certain that this halt here that I'm talking about was either 2014 or 2016. I don't know what you looked at, but yeah, right here, modified July 23rd, 2010. So whatever they did before in 87 was not the same law I'm talking about, because I saw the law and read the law. You know this because one trader told you who was trading in Chicago commodity stock market? What do you mean? Who am I going against who has billions of dollars? What are you talking about? Like Daniel B's source is some guy who traded. I don't go. What do you mean? How am I going against Wall Street? I'm not doing like Wall Street bets and the Reddit traders and stuff. I watch what Wall Street does. Like that's where that's the money that you have to follow. That's how I know all of this stuff because I followed the money. Like everything that I've been talking about is for me following the money. PBTS is going nuts. Oh yeah, nice breakout on this, but running into that 100-day at $3. $3 is very strong resistance, right across there. So I have to break 3. Nice, Dom. Dom getting a nice rip out of there. Just be aware of that $3 area. But guys, I gotta get going. I gotta go get talking to Liam, get this recorded. Nice job, Dom, locking it out there. Good job, buddy. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. We will be back tomorrow for some more live stream trading and probably some more arguing whether or not the SPY and the market and the economy works the way it's supposed to work or doesn't work the way it's supposed to work, because that is the argument we're actually having here. And there's a lot more numbers like 30 trillion in debt that shows me that the market doesn't work the way it's supposed to work. To figs, I'll look at it real quick. Not really much there now. It's got a lot of selling pressure at 50. More than likely, it's from what it looks like now, it's going to pull back probably to this 40 area. But just kind of going sideways today. With the SPY dropping, let's see, it slowed down now. That downtrend's broken. So SPY might start rebounding. It's still early in the morning. Don't listen to Daniel B. But yeah, not too bad. But all right, guys, I got to get going. Appreciate everybody joining me. Guys, stay safe out there. Until next time.